What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. I know we're 10 minutes late. I was recording a video. As soon as we're done with this stream, a video will be uploaded. Just be ready for it. I did the title and the tag so I could just, once we're done here, I could click on it. But how are we doing? We already got 19 likes in here, about 50 people in here already, and I just hit the go live button. So, you guys are the best. We got Angel in here. We got Billy in here, exactly. Just building suspense. That was the whole point. We got Akeem the Dream in here. We got Kevin. We got Devin. We got everybody in here. We got Andy, the boy. I appreciate everybody that's in here. How are we doing, everybody? How are we? Yes, use promo code RON for the live stream to start. But that's what we're here to do. We're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania draft on Underdog Fantasy. If you haven't checked it out already, make sure you do. Promo code RON. I have a link in the description, the live chat, the comment section down below. You click it. It takes you to Underdog Fantasy. They will use my promo code RON. That will match your deposit up to $100. You can hop in some fantasy football drafts with us. We will be doing these drafts every single day until kickoff. So if you want to draft with us, have some fun, make sure you check it out. Underdog Fantasy, they have tons and tons of contests. If you want to do the lower stake stuff, they have $5 entries, $10 entries on there, and there is real money on the line. The Underdog ADP is the best in the game, 18 plus in a lot of states, 21 plus in some states. Real money on the line means that the ADP isn't manipulated by like little kids drafting kickers whenever and like auto draft picks. Like the ADP on a lot of those other sites like ESPN and Yahoo is an absolute mess. You can get into these underdog rooms, get a feel for how people are drafting with real money on the line, and then take that knowledge into your home leagues and absolutely dominate. Now, before we hop into this draft, how is everybody doing? Does Ron ever sleep? Never. Never. It's August. I don't sleep in August. I am August. We got Gerald in here. We got Rohin. Dude, am I saying your name right? Rohin? I don't know, man. I always screw up. We got the Rising in here. We got the League FFB. We got Henry Muto in here, the boy. We got Dylan. What's going on? Leave a like. How are we? How is everybody doing? I'm late, a little bit late, but I'm here. I'm back. Ron, ignore your whole family and keep drafting. All right, fellas. Let me get this screen. Or let me get my screen shared, and we'll hop into one of these drafts. I'll let you guys know when I join in so you can try and get in as well. I saw that as well. That was, I think, Prediction Strike. Shout out to those bulls. I actually appreciate if you're going to use any of my work. Using my name and giving me credit is a dope way to do that. So shout out to that guy. I commented on that TikTok. Really cool of him to give me, full credit and go crazy on it. But what do we got? Mr. August, dude, I am August. I am August. But no, it's crazy, dude. The algorithm has been very, very kind to your boy right now. It's honestly been crazy. You said Rohin. You usually get it right, fam. Okay, sweet. I don't know why I was being weird about it, Rohin. Love the videos. The research is just perfect. Thank you, man. You guys are the best, dude. You guys have been going crazy. Been watching nonstop these past few days. Thank you, man. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like, the last 3-4 videos we've uploaded have all crushed. Like the algorithm is in favor with your boy right now, and that's always a great feeling. We always sort of hit our stride in August. Usually it's like 3rd or 4th week of August. We're hitting our stride early, which means like I'm gonna be trying to upload daily. I'm gonna be trying to stream daily. I am March. I am going to be working 7 days a week, 24 hours in March. Nobody is going to grind harder than me in the month. Oh, I don't know. I just said March, but August. I'm really only saying I am August because I think it's funny when, I don't know, March Madness happens. People call him like Mr. March and stuff. But, all right, let's get this screen shared. Enough of me blabbering about pretty much nothing here. Wow, we already got 100 people in here. I appreciate that, man. Leave a like. You guys, dude, I can't help but say it, dude. Like, dude, there were times, man, where, not to get super motivational, but let's chill out for a second. 30 seconds per pick. We're hopping in a BBM, $25 to join. I'm clicking it 1, 2, 3 now. Boom. We got 4 spots available for you guys, but dude, we're at like 25K subs right now, dude. Like there were dark days pre 1,000 subscribers, pre 100 subscribers, where my live streams would be me and like 3 dudes in the live chat, and it might as well have been a Zoom call where I was the only one on Facecam, if that makes sense. But really cool. You guys are out here supporting me, watching me every single night. I appreciate all you guys that come out here to support the boy. But we got the 12 spot. I'm not all that excited about the 12 spot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The 12 spot is kind of yucky. It's kind of yucky. Now let's just get this sort of like draft board situated here so we can get in here. Give you guys the best viewing experience possible. Man, the 12 spot, dude. The 12 spot. Not super stoked about it, I'll be honest. Not super stoked about it. So I will say I had there's like a Twitter trend going around that was like what are your exposures for your first round players? And here's mine. I just want to show it to you guys because I kind of want to make a concerted effort to flatten these out a little bit. I think I'm a little bit too exaggerated in some of these spots. Here's my Twitter, by the way, @RonStore_, if any of you guys want to check it out. If not, all good. But Jakob posted like a round 1 thing. I think somebody else did too. Here's my round 1 exposures. And 8.3% is your average, right? 1 divided by 12. We're pretty flat everywhere else, but I have a lot of Diggs and Bijan that I would like to be in Eckler, Kelsey, and Lamb. So those are the 3 guys I want to target. I don't know if any of them come to us. If Lamb makes it to 12, we'll take Lamb. I doubt Bijan or Eckler. Or no, I doubt that Eckler or Kelsey make it to 12, but we shall see. I did see Justin Herzig got Kupp and Diggs to fall to him at 12. I'd be shocked if we got that. Now, I do want to say, any of you guys in this draft, let me know. I'm always curious to know if any of you guys hopped in here. It's always cool to have some representation in these drafts. But what else we got in here? How many BBMs you at? Dude, we're going crazy right now. We're going crazy right now. We are at, I think this is BBM number 77. So we're past the halfway mark. I've been making up a lot of ground. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm starting every day with a BBM. I'm doing a BBM before I go to sleep, and then we're also usually drafting a BBM. So I'm usually doing like minimum 2 to 3 BBMs in a given day. Sometimes I'll do like 2 at night or 2 in the morning. I'm trying to find time to squeeze them in because I would like to max out BBM so we can kind of have fun in other contests as well. AJ Brown at 5 feels really early. I was surprised that people were so okay with me questioning AJ Brown's upside in the video we posted yesterday talking about like league-winning upside at wide receiver. AJ Brown is a tough projection. I guess in this format, you can hope that this is early enough to get Hurts here, and Hurts AJ Brown is a pretty rare combination in this format, but I mean, unless if you go like AJ Brown and then take Hurts here, but not for me, man. Kupp at 7. Kupp keeps falling in these. Where are we at on Kupp, fellas? Where are we at on Kupp? Because I keep seeing with Kupp, hamstring injury, of course. Wow, that's actually really late for Kelsey. 109 Kelsey is pretty sexy. But I'm trying to think through. Like Kupp, sure, there's more concern here, but like I just moved him back to 104 after Tyreek Hill. But then like after that, I don't really know what the play is. All right, so there goes Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think this is definitely going to be CeeDee Lamb. I told you guys I wanted more of him. Pollard's in there. Garrett Wilson is in there. I feel like I've started plenty of drafts. I also have my rankings in here, so I want to change that out soon. We're probably going to change that out in a second here. CeeDee Lamb. Should I go Chubb? I'm not going to go Chubb. CeeDee Lamb. Probably CeeDee Lamb. I don't think I've done a CeeDee Lamb Garrett Wilson. Let's actually go Adams. We'll just go Adams. Those are my 2 best players right now. By the way, my rankings are live on Patreon, and I have an uploadable sheet that you can use that I've been using. But you guys are all in here, and I would rather just sort of draft off ADP and also not leak my rankings to the public. But if you want to check them out, patreon.com/RonStewart. My rankings are completely uploadable to Underdog now, which is a pretty sweet feature. If I say so myself. But yeah, it's what am I trying to say? It's tough with Kupp. It's tough. People are saying we'll be okay. How much was he going to play in the preseason anyway? Yeah, like to me, I can really only stomach like the lowest I can put Kupp right now until we get something concrete about his, his playing. I can put him behind Jefferson, Chase, Tyreek Hill, McCaffrey. Gun to my head, you can put him behind Bijan. But I don't think in my right mind I can take him ahead. Like, if you're concerned about a 30-year-old Cooper Kupp, like, you should be pretty scared about a 34-year-old Travis Kelce. Diggs just, like, and none of these other wide receivers have enough upside for me to like them. Like, yeah, I think that's really all I can do. I can do Jefferson, Chase, Tyreek Hill, McCaffrey, and Bijan. 106 is really the latest I can go. I can't put any... I really struggled to put Diggs, Lamb, or Devontae Adams ahead of Kupp. I struggled to put Eckler ahead of Kupp. I struggled to put Kelce ahead of Kupp. So that's where I'm at on the Kupp stuff. I know, like, it's 100% concerning. This is a guy who just missed a ton of last season with an injury, now has an injury in, like, preseason or, you know, training camp, 30-plus years old. It's scary. It's scary, but he's also the guy where, like, sure, I've been taking Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase as my wide receiver ones, or, like, you know, over Kupp. But when it comes to, like, projecting for PPR points per game, like, Kupp is close to wide receiver one overall, man. It's close. You said the wide receiver upside video might be my favorite video of the season. Possibly the worst pronunciation, though. Players injured in preseason don't hit their ADP. There's a chance that that's the case. I agree with that, Anthony. I don't know about Wilson. I'd probably take A.J. Brown over Wilson, but Lamb, Adams, Diggs, maybe even St. Brown, I'd probably take over A.J. Brown. Said you're personally avoiding Kupp, hamstring injury, and also QB coming off of injury, and team will be bad. But it's just like, man, he could just catch the most balls in the NFL. He could just catch the most balls in the NFL. That's the issue. And I do want to say, too, so I think I'm common misconception with my double hero RB video, and why I didn't use a 12th pick is if given the chance at this 12 spot at 112, I think it's a force to go double hero RB. Like, once I'm not taking any RB not named Bijan Robinson, Austin Eckler, McCaffrey in the first round. Those are the only guys with first-round ADPs. I'm not going to pull up Chubb, Saquon, Pollard into this area. I have no problem taking two of Diggs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, in some cases Garrett Wilson. But yeah, like, these four wide receivers are very, very like, surely these, like, 1-2 turn type of guys to me. A.J. Brown in there too. But once they're off the board, then I'll look to running back. Which is kind of what we got sucked into with, like, that Bijan Chubb start is Wilson, Diggs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lamb, Devontae, A.J. Brown were all gone. And I was just like, okay, I'll take the best running back. How many BBWs? Not enough, brother. Not enough. Wow. Calvin Ridley at the 211, man. Calvin Ridley at the 211. He's been going there. Anything else stick out is weird. Not really, man. Calvin Ridley, second round pick. I think he's gonna get there. What else we go? What else we got in here? We got Jeremy Showen in here. What's going on, brother? Chubb, Lamb, or Brown in a shallow PPR league. Probably CeeDee Lamb for me. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, Cooper Kupp is a guy you can, like, almost project to be the wide receiver one overall. And the only reason he's not my 101 Cooper Kupp is because of the injury risk. And just a downside risk of, like, a 30-year-old wide receiver with injuries. But it's like, I can only put him so far. I was already giving him a ding for the injury. You know what I mean? This feels like it's been weird. Like, this feels early for Keenan Allen. This feels early for Debo and Amari Cooper. Running backs have to be plentiful right now. Wow. So this is a wide receiver. This is a wide receiver hungry room here. We have nothing but running backs and, like, Jerry Jeudy at the top of the board right now, which is kind of a fun spot for us to be in here. I'm actually kind of excited. We're getting a lot of running back and tight end value coming back to us at this 3-4 turn. Yeah, people, dude, through 9 weeks, Kupp was, like, at 25 points per game, like, lapping the field. He was that guy. Yeah, really 211 is pretty early. You said, why do wide receivers go much earlier in best ball? In my opinion, Devonta Smith before Derrick Henry is crazy. I agree. The reasoning is like, it's just the sort of the user base on Underdog. It's kind of a positional scarcity thing, but I also agree. I've been hammering the drum, banging the drum that T. Higgins, Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle over like Pollard, JT, Derrick Henry, these running backs, I think is insane. But this has been a wild running back thirst room here. I think this is for sure Brees. We already have Jacob, so I'm not all that excited to take Jacobs and Devontae Adams. So I think this is definitely Brees. It gets close for me between Devontae Adams and Lamar. Or Josh Jacobs and Lamar Jackson here. 401 Josh Jacobs in half PPR. You have to just get on my team. You have to just get on my team. I wish I could say no, fellas. I wish I didn't just give this guy Lamar Jackson Andrews there, but I had to. 401 Josh Jacobs. I can't say no, fellas. I can't say no. This room is pissing incredible. This is a piss boy lobby. It's a good point though. I know Sam Sherman on Twitter. He also does ADP chasing over on the ship chasing channel. Really sharp dude, but he's been looking at it like you don't necessarily in half PPR best ball. You don't need a wide receiver in your flex. Something that I've been trying to implement where I was very wide receiver heavy in the past in this format. I have been drafting less wider. Like, even if I take wide receivers early, I'm trying to cut off builds at like 6-7 wide receivers and really spread things out. In years past, even in half PPR, I was drafting a shit ton of wide receivers, a lot of them early too. I think it's almost similar to running back where you either want to take like 6 to 7 if you invested a lot early, or you just throw quantity at the position. But I agree that I think Underdog has been taking it too far, but I think that's kind of an opportunity where I'm drafting more running backs early than ever. I'm drafting more 3 running back starts and 2 running back starts than I ever have before. In half PPR, it just happens. McLaurin over any of those guys is weird. I've said this a billion times. I love Jerry Jeudy. He's one of my favorite wide receivers to target this year. And we saw this in our high stakes draft with Jacob. But taking Jerry Jeudy in like Terry McLaurin archetypes over Ramondre, Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, even like ETN, Jahmyr Gibbs is nonsense to me. 3rd round Jerry Jeudy in half PPR over Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, Ramondre Stevenson, even Mark Andrews and Lamar is insane to me. Now, I'm talking all this shit. Wide receivers are flying off the board. We might get here at the 5-6 and get completely locked out of wide receiver, but we took too early, so I'm really not all that scared of it. But yeah, my only defense for these guys hammering wide receivers like this is a scarcity thing, where at some point there is a wide receiver cliff, and you want to get in as many wide receivers as possible in that area. But I have no problem patching together the back end of this wide receiver room with Nico Collins and Rondale Moores and Jaden Reeds and Mingos and Rashee Rices, and there's guys in that range that I don't mind drafting. This could be amazing. Yeah, this is a fun start here. Yeah, it's start 3 wide receivers, but still at half PPR, it's interesting. Yeah, the 111's team is really nice with Lamar. I could have sniped him, but you're saying this is the most insane start I've seen to a 12 team, what, just like the draft room in general? We'll probably, so on the Patreon every year, or the last few years, we've done subscriber leagues. We're going to do another one this year, a subscriber league tournament where it's like a bunch of sleeper leagues and we join in for the playoffs, and it's a really fun format. That room is crazy. That room, I streamed it last time, and we'll definitely be streaming it this time around too. But those rooms are crazy. That's where you have like 30 wide receivers gone in the first like 4 rounds. What's good with 4-1 Josh Jacobs? You tell me. Dude, I've drafted more Josh Jacobs than I have ever drafted in my entire life. It's crazy. Andrews was 100% a big thought. I would have gone Andrews Lamar at that turn if I didn't get sniped on Andrews there. He played that really well, going Andrews, forcing me to take an unstacked Lamar and pass on a Jacobs. I couldn't do it out of spite. I always go Chase at 102. I don't think McCaffrey is that much of an advantage this year. I love the running backs at the late 2. You can get JT, Henry, Pollard. I even like in more RB-hungry leagues, I'm fine with like Jacobs, Brees in like the early third. This is a weird draft room, guys. Trevor Lawrence gone at 57 here. Fantasy Gabriel does not give a damn about your ADP. This is a weird room where we have like a lot of red badges like straight up pissing in here, but we also have like a lot of like no badge guys also making weird decisions. Should be interesting. Should be very interesting here. All right, so there goes Deontay. Let's actually take a look at what we have coming on our way back here. So we do have like Las Vegas. We have Colts going on. Las Vegas, Colts, Jets, Browns, Dallas, Detroit. I think I keep doing this, and I'm going to go back to the well on it. If everybody wants to lock me out of wide receiver, man, so be it. We're double tapping the Seahawks, boys. We're going JSN and Lockett. Give me the Lockett spike weeks. Give me the JSN playoff stretch. I'm fine with that. If ADP dictated I had to, I would take both JSN and Lockett in the 5th round. I also heavily debated Kittle there, but I think this room's going to be so weird, we might have someone fall back to us. We'll see. We'll see. There's such wide receiver hunger that I kind of just wanted to double tap there and sort of make the rest of the room squirm. For an entire season in a vacuum, Bigsby or Kendrick, I'd take Kendrick Miller. I just think that there's more of a path to not just being a pure handcuff, I guess. Huh. What am I trying to say? What's the camp news on Rondale Moore? You said fun to see the 12th pick. Haven't seen many drafts at the end of the board yet. Yeah, I don't love drafting from this spot, but I'm down to I'm down to, you know, show you a spot where you haven't seen much of. I don't know why I struggled to say that. You said, Ron, who are your late round tight end targets? I like Michael Mayer a lot. I like Jelani Woods a lot. I like Noah Fant. I like Hayden Hurst. I love so many late round tight ends. It's why I'm fine punting off the position. Like if we go to like outside pick 100, I love Dolchich. I've been coming around on Freiermuth. Jacob's been talking me into him. I love Laporta. I love Tyler Conklin, Hayden Hurst. I love Hunter Henry, Michael Mayer, Musgrave, Fant, Jelani Woods. And that's about it. I'd say that is a good list of sleeper tight ends for you guys. How do we think about that double tap of the Seahawks wide receivers? You said you joined the Patreon just to miss out on the sub leagues. I don't blame you, dude. The subscriber leagues are minus EV for me. They are not a good proposition. Hall Jacobs is a good consolation prize. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I definitely understand with the ACL, but it's like, man, I'm fine. I'm fine betting on him. Especially at like the 3-4 turn. That's where I can really get there. Would your rankings drastically change from half PPR to full standard? They probably would. To standard, they would change a good bit, but half PPR to PPR, they don't really change. I'm pretty much drafting the same in both formats. Maybe slight leans in half PPR towards like running backs or touchdowns, but nothing crazy. Red badge means you've just done a shit ton of drafts, I think. Yeah, I like 4 spot. You can take one of the top wide receivers, and if you're too scared to take up, you can just take McCaffrey there. Yeah, it's I've been coming around on doubling up on the JSN Lockett at the turn, but I'm open to the idea that it's not that great. You said, Ron, are you worried about Jacob sitting out? I'm fine with the Gibbs call over Brees and Jacobs, but preferably in full PPR. In half PPR, it gets kind of tough for me. I'm not all that worried. Like just like the current CBA right now, from what I've heard from people who know more than me in terms of the literature in the CBA, it sounds like running backs can't really hold out. No big bag is coming for Jacobs. I think in terms of what Jakob is doing, I think he's just preserving his health, not showing up to training camp, making a statement. I imagine he's out there week 1, being Josh Jacobs, getting ran into the ground on this team. It would be shocking if it was otherwise, is what I would say. I'd go Sky Moore over Rashee Rice, but I think it's probably closer than the market has. How can you not like pick 12 after getting a start like this? Well, in most rooms, I don't get a start like this from the 12 spot, but this has been actually really, really fun, I'll be honest. I agree. I wouldn't take Brees late 2, early 3, but I'm taking him a lot late 3. I imagine in home leagues he's probably going there, right? No, those were the dynasty leagues, Rowan. Those were the dynasty home leagues. We're gonna get some redraft ones going in like a week or so. That'll draft at like the end of the month. So those are still those aren't filled at all. I haven't even really like put out a post for them yet. All right, so we have to figure out what the hell we're doing. So we don't really have any. We don't have any QB stacks to set up here at this turn. Nothing really fell crazy past ADP. So this probably has to be. We already took 2 running backs early. I think this probably just has to be 2 more wide receivers. I've taken so much Quentin Johnston, man. Let's take QJ. Let's go Elijah Moore as a bring back on that Jets game. I don't think QJ really does anything for us. You know, I'm trying to look through Tennessee, Houston. We don't have anything. Yeah, nothing else really made sense there. I debated Kamara, but because we took, like, we're going to kind of treat this as a double hero build where we went Brees and Jacobs early. There's no reason to really throw more bodies at running back there. And again, I kind of love, like, I talked about it, the video. So as soon as we're done with the stream, I'm going to click post on the video I have scheduled for today. And we talked through, I mean, I mentioned it in my legendary running back video, which shout out to Karain. Legendary running back is his baby, his thing. I don't want to ever take credit for it. I mentioned the green zone, right? Where from like round 7 through 10, you want to be drafting running backs there. And I dropped a video today going over the running backs I'm drafting in the green zone. But to me, the green zone starts after Zay Flowers and Michael Thomas. Once they're off the board, I prefer, I mean, Rashad Bateman as well. Rashad Bateman and Michael Thomas, once they're off the board, I prefer all of these running backs. I want Gibson, Dillon, Penny, Charbonnet, P. Ryan, A-Chain, Khalil Herbert. I want all of these guys once we're out of this range of like your Elijah Moores and Rashad Batemans and everything. So I'm fine really stacking up wide receivers here, right? We have 6 wide receivers through 8 rounds, so that's, wide receiver through the flex plus 2, which is plenty at this point. But it's a spot where I want to, if this is going to be a wide receiver hungry room, I want to suffocate them into having to take guys that I don't really deem as players I would take over the running backs in this range, right? Where they have to start taking, Cortland Sutton over like Antonio Gibson and AJ Dillon. This is where it's no longer in my eyes super plus EV to just spam wide receivers. So I like the idea of kind of forcing them into that. So what's your thoughts on Justin Ross? Dude, I'm starting to come around on Justin Ross. I hate it, but he was a stud freshman competing with T. Higgins. College profile looked great. I was going to be all in on him until the injury happened, but the reports have been great. KC is one of these rare offenses where I'm willing to listen to the drumbeat just because of the upside of what you get when you're attached to Mahomes. So Justin Ross, I'm not going crazy with it. I can't really say. I mean, his ADP is getting to a spot where I'm having a hard time getting him now. I was taking him as like an 18th round flyer. Now he's like rising up to, 183. That's tough. That's tough. If I have a cheat, like if I have Mahomes, I'm taking him as him or Richie James, I'm taking as a stack. But if I don't have Mahomes or anything, I'm not taking him. I'm only taking Justin Ross in best ball. It'd be pretty tough for him to be in a startable guy in managed leagues. Like I'm not taking him in managed leagues. I'm taking him in best ball here and there as a fun flyer in like Chiefs builds, but that's about it. I do see the upside. Like he looks cool. Do we think Taylor gets traded? I'd put it at like 15% chance. What else we got in here? What else we got? Holy shit, we're at 340 tonight. 340 live viewers. Leave a like in chat. Helps the boy out a ton. The algorithm has been so kind to me recently. I can't believe we got 340 in here. Yeah, that is more than last night. We were doing a high stakes stream. Usually those go crazy. Yes. Yes, Anthony. Good. This is what I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, dude. So BBM is Underdog's flagship contest. $3 million to first place, $1 million to the regular season winner. Insane contest. But it's $25 to enter, which is a little bit steep for guys that are new to the contest or new to the site. So I always say, when you're new to the website and you use promo code RON, match your deposit up to $100. Maybe try the $5, $10 ones. But the thing is, these BBMs have been soft as ever. I am getting the most ADP value I have ever gotten in these. I'm actually, as much as I'm sort of kicking myself for being behind on BBMs, like again, this is like BBM number 77. My plan is to get to 150 by week 1. And when you sort of do the math, it opened up right after the NFL draft. I haven't been pacing well, but I almost am glad I didn't pace well because these rooms have been soft as ever. And if I could draw it up, I would want most of my BBM entries to be right now. Now, that is to say, I imagine the other tournaments are pretty soft right now too, but BBMs in particular, I've been getting the most ADP value I've ever seen in BBMs as of recently. What else we got? I feel like I'm talking a bunch here. 339 people in here. Remember your roots, Mr. Hollywood, dude. I barely even look at the number. You guys just remind me. I'm just in here having fun with the chat. Like Damian Pierce at his current ADP. I don't mind him. I don't mind him. He's in that dead zone where I'm usually taking a wide receiver there, but if I need a running back, I don't mind him. Who are you guys talking about? You said you had Lawrence last year, my backup, and when Dak went down, he stepped up big time. You guys are having little arguments in here that I am struggling to keep up with. How do you feel about a Tyreek Waddle start in best ball? I think it's viable in best ball. A redraft tournament, I probably wouldn't do it, though. But best ball, it's fine, because if one of them bricks, the other probably did amazing, and you're not really going to get penalized for Waddle not making the lineup. So I think it's actually very viable. You said, hey, Ron. Thank you for the super chat, John. You said, hey, Ron, I'm in the 3rd round of my Dynasty draft. Pick 1, Justin Ross. I imagine this is a rookie draft, huh? Let me actually whip out my Dynasty rankings. Fun fact for anybody out there, I updated the Dynasty rankings today to service the Dynasty bros. So, Evan Ingram this far past ADP, probably an auto pick. So we just got Ingram like 12 picks past ADP. Again, we're getting a ton of values here. And I'm probably not going to get Dak to come back to me. This probably has to be Dak. Now, I think that there is a case for it to be Charbonnet. But I think I'm going to go Dak here and hope that maybe Geno makes it back. Yeah, let's go Dak here. I don't think that there's a world where Dak would make it to, like, pick, I don't even know, 125. So, yeah, let's go Dak. We'll sort of fill our onesies here. Again, I'm not crazy about Ingram, but his ADP is 96. We got him at 108 there. So that's like a full round past his ADP. Again, nothing but just straight values on this site. Now, I do want to star Geno as a guy I need to be wary about in terms of, like, stacking options. Geno, and that's really it. All right. I'm curious what you guys think about that unstacked Evan Ingram. I think it's fine. I think that he shouldn't have been available there. Jeez, what the heck is... I've really screwed up the positioning of the screen there. All right. There we go. What else we got? Oh, yeah, but you said Evan Hull, Evan Akonda. Let me see. Like I said, I did update the Dynasty rankings today. For anybody that cares about the Dynasty rankings, they are updated on Patreon as of literally today. So you're saying Zach Evans, Evan Akonda, Mike Wilson. Probably Zach Evans for me. Probably Zach Evans, but I think it's pretty much a coin toss between Zach Evans, Evan Hull, and that's really it. I'd say it's between those two. I like Evans more, but you could say Hull just sort of stepped into more volume with Zach Moss and like JT being sort of weird. When will you admit that Henry is actually good? Derrick Henry? I've never said he's bad. I've drafted more Derrick Henry than I ever have this year. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you how great I am. 7.8%. That's about on market. 8.3% is on market. So come on now. That's like pretty much on market. Pretty much on market. Cut me a break. Cut me a break. I'm drafting some Derrick Henry this year, especially in half PPR. In these rooms, if he falls to the third round, the big dog is coming on down. Pause. Of course, Joe. I appreciate the super chat, man. Ron Cage Mass versus Fantasy Flock. Dude, I gotta be honest, dude. Mason might rip me to pieces, bro. I don't know what... Dude, Mason strikes me as a guy who's, like, almost on, like, his Elon Musk... what the hell's the other one's name? Zuckerberg shit? Where he's, like, power lifter, triathlon guy. Like, he might just fuck around and have, like, a brown belt in jiu-jitsu type shit. But I'm not... I could beat him in I'm confident I could beat him 1v1 in basketball. But that's it. That's all I got. Whether drafted this, the Pitbull or the Mastiff, it's pretty late. It's pretty late. We're going to be doing this every single day. There's definitely going to be times where we do multiple drafts in a row. Today, probably not one of them. Just because I want to get a good night's sleep. I think tomorrow... No, I think 0RB strategy is going to be Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm going to do something similar that we did with like the league-winning wide receivers, where I like kind of look through all the aspects, because it seems like you guys really like those kinds of videos, but do it through the lens of dead zone running backs. So like sort of try and spot the trends of like what a successful dead zone running back looks like, and then sort of see who grades out well and sort of look through that. Because there's some guys this year that I like in the dead zone. Like, technically, the dead zone's around 4 through 6, which is where ETN and Jahmyr Gibbs are going. And I love ETN and Jahmyr Gibbs. So it's definitely worth looking at. Those leg days hitting, bro. I'm not hitting enough leg days, I'll tell you that. I am not hitting enough leg days. The 1-2 turn, do you like CD and Amon-Ra St. Brown for a Week 17 stack? In Best Ball Mania or like tournaments, I love that. CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown is a pretty sweet way to start a draft, I think. So anything weird going on in here? Shar, Boyd, wide receivers are starting to slow down. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to finish this team. So for anybody out there, servicing the audio listeners here, I'll definitely have this up on the Patreon, or not on Patreon, but the podcast feed. For anybody out there that wants to, that's like, oh, I love these, but I'd rather listen to them. I have a link in the description that has like Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, wherever you listen to podcasts, it's probably there. It's probably there unless if you listen to something pretty crazy. But yeah, I try and upload every stream and every video on there. So if you prefer listening to things, it's a cool option. But what do we need? Oh yeah, so for those people, we're at the 112. We took CeeDee Lamb, then Devontae Adams, then we went Breece Hall and Josh Jacobs, then JSN and Tyler Lockett, then Quentin Johnston and Elijah Moore, then Evan Ingram and Dak Prescott here, and we're waiting for this pick to come back around to us. Need more Hunter Henry though. This is true. I will say I've been beating that drum, dude. I have a tweet from a while back saying like I don't understand why Gesicki is going over. I don't understand why Gesicki is going over Hunter Henry, because Hunter Henry to me profiles as a slot receiver, which they brought Juju Smith-Schuster in to be, and Hunter Henry is a much better inline true blocking tight end, which is going to be a staple in this New England offense. Hunter Henry is going to score more points than Mike Gesicki. Unless if like some crazy injury happens, and Gesicki's like playing full-time wide receiver or something. I just can't really see it. So Juju's still undervalued, cheap, survived Hopkins, projects to be a full-time starter on a Bill O'Brien offense. Yeah, I just have a tough time with Juju, man. He was on a Chiefs offense last year, and he still didn't really pay off. So got to do those inner thigh flies. Never that. All right, so this is going to be Geno. Oh, yeah, Geno way past where he usually goes. Then we have to sort of think about what we want to do from here. We're going to definitely go Geno. Could take Damian Harris past his ADP. Gotta be honest, I'm thinking about Aaron Rodgers making this a 3-quarterback build. Doesn't necessarily need to happen, but I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to do that. But I'll probably chill and just go with Damian Harris as just a third, like, sort of regular schmegular back. But he's the last guy. I mean, 12th round, Damian Harris is pretty crazy. To me, spoiler alert, he's going to be in today's video where I talk through my green zone running backs. But I would take Damian Harris in, like, the 10th round, especially in half PPR. Like, he is a dog, of course, but, like, it wouldn't be crazy to me if Damian Harris was this year's Jamal Williams, scored like 10-plus touchdowns on, like, a really good Bills offense. And, like, yes, Josh Allen has been the goal line back, but Josh Allen also got hurt last year, and the Bills keep falling apart in the playoffs. It doesn't make sense to me for them to ram their franchise quarterback on the goal line in, like, meaningless regular season games when they just invested in their best pure rusher they've ever had in Josh Allen's entire career. So I love Damian Harris this year. We got Tom Anderson in here. What's going on, brother? Tom Anderson, not to dox him, but this is a buddy from my hometown who's actually going to be he's in my home league that we made a video on in 2021. We're filming a video for it in 2023. Filming it August 19th. It probably will come out that next like weekend around like August 26th. But be on the lookout for that. It should be really fun. We got 11 of our 12 going down the shore with an Airbnb to do a draft party. All sponsored and paid for by Underdog Fantasy, which is really cool. What else we got in here? That's the thing, like you say, New England passing game gross. To be fair, Mac Jones was an amazing passer as a rookie. And then they brought in Matt Patricia, a defensive coordinator, to call offensive plays. And for as much as Bill O'Brien sucks as a GM and a head coach, or not even really as a head coach, Bill O'Brien just sucks as a GM. He was a great head coach with the Texans. He had, I mean, of course he had Deshaun Watson, but a team that was like a garbage franchise, had no success ever, took him to the playoffs a bunch of times, had success as an offensive coordinator before. Like, he can call an offense, Bill O'Brien, and Mac Jones is a very capable quarterback. So the New England passing game was awful, but they could regress to like league average, and some of their guys could really pay off, which is interesting. You said 19% Musgrave, 14% Hunter Henry. I love that. I don't have enough Musgrave. Which rookie RBs do you see possibly taking over a veteran starter not named Bijan and Gibbs? Devin Achane by $1 billion. Devin Achane by $1 billion. So what a draft you're having, Ron. I'm at pick 4. I'm doing all right. Like I said, I've been getting more value than ever in these drafts, and that's held true so far. Geno Smith, we got him at pick 132, and his ADP is 114.9. And then we got Damian Harris, 13 picks past his ADP. We got Evan Ingram below that, 12 picks past his ADP. So I'm telling you guys, the water is so warm right now. Make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. We have that link in the live chat. We have this little ticker across the bottom that shows you. Promo code RON will get your deposit matched up to $100. And you can hop on Underdog Fantasy as well and exploit these soft draft rooms. I'm telling you, all the new guys are coming in right now. They don't give a damn about ADP. And now it's time for you guys to go out there, completely scoop up all the value. So among Kincaid, Laporte, and Schoonmaker and Musgrave, who do we like from a long-term perspective? Probably Kincaid, then Laporta, then Musgrave, then Schoonmaker. How prevalent do we think the tush push is going to be? That's interesting. It's interesting. I think of course, Anthony Richardson's going to do it a ton with Steichen, and the Eagles will do it a ton. But past that, I'm not sure. I think we'll see it a little bit. I don't think it's going to be as spammed as the Eagles and the Colts are going to do it this year. When are you giving us lead pipe lock parlays? Lead pipe lock parlays? You guys know I give out picks here and there. I don't know if I have any right now, but you guys always know. Sometimes I'm Ronnie 2 locks, Ronnie 3 locks, Ronnie 4 locks. If I got locks, I'm letting you know about it. I got 2 picks here that I really would like to make. I got 2 picks here that I would really like to make. Oh my goodness. When we get sniped on Laporta. Laporta would have been so much fun. Because we get the Detroit bring back on Dallas with our Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. We get scummed. I still don't know how many quarterbacks I want to end up with on this team. So we're definitely taking Alec Pierce. He gives us, we have that Vegas Colts Week 17 game. I could take Kyler, but we don't have any Arizona stacks going on. Houston, Chicago, New Orleans. Probably just going to default to Roschon here. I don't have a strong opinion on Roschon or the Chicago running backs in general. But it just felt like we could have used a running back there. We're going to go 5 running backs in this build. We have 7 wide receivers. I think we're going to go 3-5-7-3 here. And that was our last wide receiver. I think that's what we'll do. Could talk... Like, what do you guys think? Dak and Geno. Should I cut it off at Dak and Geno? I'm tempted to go one more wide receiver or one more quarterback, but it doesn't have to be done. I think for sure we'll go 3 tight ends here. We'll for sure go 3 tight ends. I don't know. This guy wants me to rank Pollard, Ramondre, and Etienne for the home league. Come on now. No, I got to be honest, Brock. Like it's really cool that I can say that work allowed me to get all my buddies down on a trip. Whereabouts do you live? I live in Jersey, like central North Jersey. He said, "Love the Patreon. Redraft updated every Sunday. I have my draft in 2 weeks." Yes, sir. I did a little bit of a mini update today on the redraft rankings. I pushed up Kamara post the suspension. I think I might make a change once I get off of here too. Like I'd say, so I put a post today that I'm updating the redraft rankings every Sunday. That's at minimum. When they're like stuff happens and transactions are made, I will probably be updating them when those happen. I do want to move Cup down a little bit. How much faith do you have in Bijan to finish RB1 overall PPR? I wouldn't say how much faith. I don't know. It's tough to say. I have a lot of faith that he'll pay off at his price. So new viewers will find it shocking to know that Ron is 6'3". I am indeed 6'3". You can check the tape. You can check the tape. I gained nothing from lying about it, but it is funny. We took a picture. I put it on Twitter, but I took a picture with Shane Gillis, who got like recruited. He played. He's a comedian. He's my favorite comedian, Shane Gillis. He played Division I offensive line for Army, but he like quit in like his first week or two. But we took a picture together, and I was like similar size to the guy. I got some size on me. Definitely a little bit skinnier than him, though. Yeah, I don't have a strong take on the Chicago guys. I think, like, if I look at my exposures, like, yeah, I mean, I'm 12.5% on Deontay, 12.2% on Roschon, 9% on Khalil Herbert. Like, I'm fine being above market on all of them, to be honest. Like, I think one of them probably crushes, and they're cheap enough that, like, you can just bet on all 3 as long as it's not all in the same draft, if that makes sense. You said Mac Jones and Hunter Henry await me? They do. They do. I almost always do. Yeah, I agree. Unless if it's like Kelsey, Andrews, or like if it's Waller. But yeah, in general, I'm going 3 tight ends usually. Who just hit the chat with a suck our dicks to all our enemies? Look at this. I rarely wear it because I look shitty in hats. But I have a suck our dick to all our enemies hat that I do cherish. Shout out McCusker as well. He came out with a special, Speed of Light. Thought it was funny. He said Ron is 6'3" and has a 9.86 RAS. On God. On God. Dude, my RAS is literally probably 0. I probably just have like decent size depending on what position you put me at, and that's it. Is Chubb a bad pick 6 and non-PPR? So the 106 in a standard. He's probably not a bad pick there. I'm not playing a ton of standard, though, so I don't really know. Unless he isn't practicing a week before the season, I can't take Eckler over Kupp. I agree. I struggle to take Eckler over Kupp as well. So just got the Patreon today. Definitely like the way you have them ranked by high, mid, and late round. Thank you, man. I put a lot of time into, like, and they're almost more like NFL draft grades than they are like every 12 picks is like a different round. It's really just gun to my head, I'm taking this player. What round, just like close my eyes, what round am I taking that player in? And I feel good about it, right? Where I click the button and it feels good. That's sort of the goal of those target rounds. Yeah, did I name this a GOATED draft? I named this a GOATED draft, and we had like the most viewers of all time in here. I was kind of just messing around with that title. You said too early for Chubb at 6. But I'm trying to come together with like 5 dudes in a standard I'd have over Chubb. Like, I think it's tough. I don't know. Washington, Giants, Pittsburgh. We're going to go Tyler Conklin for sure as a bring back on our Jets Cleveland stuff. And then from there, this has to be a running back. Dallas, Seattle, Pittsburgh, Detroit. We're going to go Zeke and hope that he signs with the Cowboys. I don't take a lot of Zeke. I don't really like Zeke. But I don't mind him in this one particular instance where maybe he signs with them. And then I'm pretty much looking at like Mac Jones, Hunter Henry here. But we could also just keep it 2 quarterbacks and go like another wide receiver if needed. Or we could honestly kind of go anywhere with these last few picks. Just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I want to land this just yet. A muted fantasy football draft? Yeah, I did put the title as a GOATED, and I kind of forgot about it, but it's been going good. You said you like the tiers this year more than last year, for sure, man. Thanks. Love to see it. I feel like I recognize your name, Michael. I feel like you were in the Patreon leagues last year, the subscriber tournament. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong, but it sounded like you did. Ron, did you scoop Jets training camp tickets today? I did not. They have been, dude, they have been filling up like crazy. Like, they have been selling out instantly. So I have not. I will say, I wish I got some Steelers correlation on the other side of our Seahawks stuff, but it just didn't line up. And I'm not going to take Allen Robinson. Missed out on Warren. I'm not taking Anthony McFarland. Yeah, so it just kind of is what it be. We got Ray Gill, actually the winner of last year's subscriber league tournament, I believe. Remember how much money you ended up getting there, Ray Gill? I can't remember how much it was at the top. I feel like it had to be like 600 or something crazy. Where does Kelsey go in a tight end premium draft? 1.5 reception for tight ends. In my eyes, probably right behind Jefferson, Chase, and like maybe Tyreek. It gets really close between him, Tyreek, and Kupp and McCaffrey for me. Yeah, I don't like Zeke. The problem I have with Zeke, especially in best ball, I actually like him a lot more in redraft managed leagues, which is funny because I just took him there. But I don't know that he's ever going to have the RB1 overall week in a given week, right? Like, I don't know. He needs so many touchdowns to get there. But I'm glad you guys like the Zeke pick because I think it does make sense. If he signs with the Cowboys, that's probably a good pick for us. Sadly, though, we didn't get any bringbacks for our Dallas and Seattle. We didn't get any Pittsburgh. We didn't get any Detroit. Detroit just didn't work. We were going to get Laporta. I'm not willing to chase the Week 17 game stack into Marvin Jones, Josh Reynolds, Denzel Mims. That's where you've lost the plot. But Laporta would have been great, man. We got sniped. The guy at the 11 spot has had a hell of a draft. It does suck, dude. This guy really had Andrews, and he's going to go with a 3 tight end build. Like, why do you need Kincaid and Laporta? Why was Laporta the pick here? If you're in this chat, Silvery Lake, I feel like you probably are. Show yourself, man. Because I'm mad. I'm mad. Laporta would have been so much fun on this. It would have been so much fun. I agree. I like 3 QB here as well. Just kind of looking at what I want to do here game stack wise, because we don't have a lot of week 17 correlation at all with our QBs. We do have like Indianapolis versus Las Vegas, and we have Jets versus Cleveland, but we don't quite have anything lined up with our QBs. Now I think that this is probably going to be Jake Ferguson or so Ferguson's gone, so this is probably gonna be Noah Fant for us. Yeah, Pittsburgh, there's nothing there. But if we do get Mac Jones, no. It'd have to be Mac Jones, Hunter Henry here, which I'm fine going with if as long as nobody snipes me on them. But I have a feeling that we have guys in this chat that are in this draft that I might get really screwed out of. You won some money too? I thought so. I remember your name. I remember your name. Let me Google it. What does it mean when you say bring back? So bring back means in these Best Ball Mania tournaments, right, you want Week 17 correlation. Week 17 because, right, teams play against each other, breed shootouts, and Seattle's playing Pittsburgh. So if I have a Geno to JSN stack, a bring back would be any Steelers player. So Najee Harris. Wow, Hunter Henry went way before I was ready to take him. And Devontae Parker goes. Okay, so. God damn it. Mac Jones is around. Man, you guys are going to hate me for this. No, I can't do it. I was going to go Mac Jones, fellas. We're going Jimmy G, Michael Mayer. We're pulling a switcheroo. I don't love it. I do not love it. Don't get me wrong. I do not love it. But we're already betting heavy on the Raiders, all right? We took Josh Jacobs and we took Devontae Adams. Jimmy Garoppolo and Michael Mayer. I think it's a decent little thing, you know? Do you care about Week 15 or Week 16 correlation? Sorry if it doesn't apply to Best Ball. I am new. I care about it a little bit, but not as much, because like 99% of the money is made in Week 17. Yeah, $700, crazy. The Las Vegas Raiders. I can't do it as good as the part of my take guys do it so great, and of course Berman. The Raiders. Look, we already made a bet on the Raiders. It just made sense. It just made sense. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. You said that move just won me the BBM. I hope so, dude. I don't know, man. Justify Mac Jones, you son of a bitch. Dude, Mac Jones was a great passer as a rookie. And I think we talked about it earlier, but Bill O'Brien's not terrible. You say, can you do a $25 best ball? This is probably it for me on drafts tonight. It is 9:40 Eastern. I want to get up early to get started on another banger video for you guys. I promise. It's just Monday. We're going to have streams. We're streaming every single day until kickoff. We'll have plenty of streams where we do 2, 3, 4 drafts. We've done it before. We've done it recently. Just trust. I don't want to get too carried away tonight. We have things to take care of tomorrow. But later on in the week, we'll definitely do some more. The Raiders. Yeah, I could have gone Fant as well. That's probably a good call. Maybe I have too many Raiders now. But can you ever have too many Raiders? I was close to getting Mac Jones. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, dude. 266, like we peaked around like 340. It's been crazy, dude. It's been crazy. Pesky's been around a while, dude. Pesky is in one of the like OG Patreon Dynasty leagues from like probably pre 5,000 subs, if I'm being honest. It is pretty funny. It was kind of a joke title, this GOATED draft, but it seems like it did well, the title. It seems like people clicked on the video. Also, what do you guys think? Recently, I've been putting those like red eye beams on the thumbnails, and it seems like the videos have been doing better. I don't want to spam them, but I will be honest. The video I'm going to post right here in a second has those going on. I will say, not my favorite team. We did like maybe overstack a little bit. We didn't get any bringbacks on some guys I wanted bringbacks on. But this is the final team completed here. Bestlemania. I don't think it's updated yet. Should be 77. Yeah, there we go. So we're at 77. We're halfway through, more than halfway through now. And this is the team we ended up with. We got a ton of value here. We got Geno Smith, like 20 picks past his ADP. We went Jimmy Garoppolo here, 3 quarterback build, 3-5-7-3. We got a super chat from Michael Hatful. Respect to you. It's at $4.99. You said you're not even asking a question. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Ron for helping me win 2 home leagues. Thanks, dog. Of course, dude. I appreciate the super chat, man. Yeah, I definitely will change some of that. We love the shenanigans, or the Sharon gods. But the team 3-5-7-3. We went Breece Hall, Jacobs. We just have like a Las Vegas onslaught going on here. Damian Harris, Roshan Johnson, Zeke Elliott. Then we have CeeDee Lamb as a stack to Dak. We have Devontae Adams as a stack to Jimmy Garoppolo. Jason and Lockett connected to Geno Smith here. Quentin Johnston. Elijah Moore is a bringback for our Jets, and Breece Hall and Tyler Conklin. Just a 108 Evan Ingram. Like I was saying earlier, fellas, like these drafts are as soft as ever. Like if I look through like the other BBMs I've been drafting recently, again, another value on Geno, crazy value on Akers. This is my draft from this morning. Crazy value on Akers. Anything else stand out as crazy values here? Yeah, we got Adam Thielen, like 20 picks past ADP. Curtis Samuel, like 11 picks. Right, Taysom Hill, 14 picks past ADP. Right now, more than ever, you're getting players way past where they're usually drafted. So make sure, if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, you check it out. Underdog Fantasy, best ball platform in the entire world. The app is amazing. It's seamless. You hop on it. I'm drafting every morning when I walk Winnie. That's my dog when I walk her. I hit a draft. I'm drafting on these streams. I'm drafting before I go to bed. I'm trying to get in as much volume as possible right now because the draft rooms are soft as hell. So if you want to hop on Underdog Fantasy, get some best ball drafts in, practice for your home that you can draft. I've done 255 drafts now. That's just post NFL draft. If you include before that, we're talking like 400. And I've seen everything. I've drafted 1 through 12 a billion times over. I know how draft rooms are falling, and it allows me to then go into my home league and just murder those boys. I know where players should be going. Nothing's getting past me. I'm sitting there taking all the value the entire time. So make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Ron. Get your deposit match up to $100. We have a link in the live chat, description, comment section down below. And as always, I appreciate you guys. We will have a video. As soon as I click end live here, a video will be going live on the channel. I think you guys will really like it. 6 must-draft running backs going outside of the top 6 rounds in fantasy drafts right now. As always, I appreciate you guys. We're streaming every single day from here through NFL kickoff. So stay tuned. Come back tomorrow. And as always, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next one.